They are all 3-0s.
Yeah, and you know, the quicker we can avoid restroom breaks, the faster XP3 shoots people, the faster, you know, these maps go.
The more Whitney Houston Grain plays.
Yeah, it'll all accelerate the process.
Correct.
But XP3 attacking in for ESP once again. Last time, he did get a successful attack round on Archways. He also had 2 successful attack rounds on Fortress, so here on Collided, we'll see how successful he's gonna be.
Well, not too successful at the very beginning. A quick defensive rocket being taken to the face, and XP3 knows the defender's back around the side. Tried to get that easy flick shot, but couldn't land it. Fluxy already knows where his opponent is going to be, though, and Grain comes right back with a predictive rocket as well, and XP3 down for the count.
Yep, we got some spam, some predictions, some, you know, foresight rockets, whatever you want to call them.
Foresight rockets?
Yeah, foresight rockets.
That's my new word for them.
No, I don't really like that as much.
It's almost like they used ESP.
No, it's actually nothing like that. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Godson actually posting up way in the back. We saw Hot Mustard on 3C doing this on Wednesday's games, but I'm still not sure how I really feel about that way back defensive position in the back right, because now, as you see, Grain is just going to move in, and he's going to put himself between the goal and his defenders. There's Godson. You saw him just for a frame there as Grain was moving by. Could still be nearby. There he is.
Yeah, he's kind of out in the open, and it's not too often you see attackers pinned in back there. But it looks like Gills retreated all the way back to the point. Godson's still caught out in the open. Now, you mentioned third coast, and a lot of the teams have been saying that they take very annoying positions, and Grain has been good at this, just kind of assaulting the point, but he gets punished for it this time. Gills lands 3 defensive rockets in a row.
Gills, superstar there on defense. Grain thinks just because he got it once doesn't mean he can do it every time. But we've got, who is attacking now? Gills for ESP. He did just land those 3 defensive rockets, so he's probably feeling pretty good. Let's see if that momentum will carry in to a successful attacking round. So far, just 2 defenses on the scoreboard there.
That's right. And very convincing defensive rounds. I mean, even though Grain did land on the attack point for a while, he did make a serious attempt at it because he was bounced off right away, and XP3 was caught out in the open very, very early on. So the just for you, Josh, the leadoff hitters for each of these teams have not posted especially impressive rounds yet.
Yeah, they've just been trying to drop bunts, and instead they're getting sack flies.
No, those score runs.
I'm just kidding.
Those score runs.
I'm kidding. I played baseball for several years. I am purely trolling Kevin.
Of course you are.
And anyone else who enjoys baseball. Gills with a nice shot, though. Go ahead.
Oh, and another defender takes his position right away, so Gil's just going to try and assault the point directly. He kills another defender. I didn't even see the guy there, but then he jumps on a rocket, and jumping on a rocket is not a way to score a point in ShootMania.
I really thought he was going to get that after rushing the point. I thought he was going to cap it. After killing the second defender, I thought he was going to win for sure, but he just hopped. Just no reason to hop. Hopping is bad. It does get you killed, as we can see. So poor Billy moving forward now for spin move. I don't think he's had a successful attacking round, which is kind of a change of pace from Monday and Wednesday's games when he was lasering like crazy.
Godson taking a little more normal defensive position there, and he's actually right behind the attacker, but he can't land any of the shots. Poor Billy actually a little bit frantically trying to run away. XP3 with a great rocket, knowing where he was going to be at.
All right, so poor Billy is doing the same sort of thing, putting himself between the defenders and the goal, making them come to him, but that did not pay off, as it looks like everybody got a piece of him on that one. Blue wins the turn. ESP tying things up there 2-2. Now Godson on the attack, still looking to be that first successful attacker in this map.
That's right, but all of the ESP attackers have gotten on the board at some point or another. Gil's got one last round. XP3's had 3 attack rounds so far, and Godson has landed one himself to actually close out the first map, Fortress.
Okay, Godson moving forward. He's got vision on all the defenders as those rockets are whizzing by. He does take the chance to actually run past. Oh, that looked like it went through Pluxy. Unfortunately for Godson, it did not, and he takes 2 defensive rockets pretty quickly. If he gets out of here alive, that would be quite a feat. Now all of them are going to rush him down. He's actually going to make it out of there somehow.
How is he still alive? Okay, now he's dead.
That was pretty amusing. He lived far longer than he should have, and unfortunately for him, he wasn't near enough the goal for that to matter.
No.
And now we've got Pluxy attacking in, who I don't believe has had a successful attacking round in this series. He really needs to try and pick it up on those laser shots.
And taking the path a little bit farther to the outside there. Just to watch jumping, of course, that is electrified water in front of him. And we would officially call a sabotage if he jumped in it.
Of course, we would call it actually a godson and not a sabotage, because that is the
correct.
new term for it. Anyone who jumps into electrified water is pulling a godson or just godsonning. Man, open shots on Godson. Fluxy just cannot shake this inability to hit anyone with the lasers. He needs to hope for the best. Maybe he would have better luck rushing in their face. I think it's a little bit easier when they're bigger on your screen, but you know, right now he's having a little bit of difficulty. There's a nice shot on Godson, trying to shake the rust off here.
And he still has 3 armors against just 2 defenders, so he has an opportunity. But 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and he is going to rush the point down to just 2 armors now, but there are still 2 defenders. Tries to get on the point, almost gets it, but it's at 76%. I'm surprised that he wasn't touched again.
Very, very close round again, down to just a fraction of a second. Anything past 50% really is less than a second remaining to be able to cap it. So XP3 is going to be moving now for ESP. I don't think no one's had a successful attack round at all on Collided, which is kind of unique here. So both teams, excuse me, are looking very even in this third map.
And that was a very close rocket to hitting, probably just a couple of pixels off there. But ESP XP3 does lose 1 armor off to the side, but comes right back with a 45-meter hit. A great shot.
Okay, so XP3 getting things started on his attacking round with a defender kill. Don't see either of the other 2 remaining defenders, so he's actually going to loop around, try to find one of them. There's poor Billy. He just runs right past him. He's got actually only a few seconds left before the cap becomes open. He's going to use all of his stamina here to try and pull off a tricky move. Interesting attack route there. Not going to pay off, though, because no defenders were visible. There we go.
Perfect.
Poor Billy is the last remaining defender. Only 1 armor left. We got a showdown, and XP3 takes him out, wins the turn, and that's the first successful attacking round we've seen so far on Collided.
That move was a top highlight, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, using all of it to get right up on here, then he came around the back of the defender. That was just, I always call them cute, but that was very cute.
Yeah, it was pretty cute. I think that's another baseball term that was coined by Tony La Russa.
Correct.
So he...
Yes, it was in the middle of a speech where he was trying to save lots of animals, which he does on a regular basis.
He does that. He's a wonderful person, Tony La Russa. But either way, Grain actually going to trade a defender for an armor. Pretty okay trade. Not really going to do a whole lot for him, but if he can pick off 1 more defender, XP3, then he'll be in good shape. Down to only 1 armor now, though. Things are looking rough. He really needs to answer for that successful attacking round of XP3, because they're only going to have a couple more shots at it.
Okay, so Grain now has split the defender successfully. I would imagine that Gills is standing on the point. Oh, he's actually falling back to it right now. Grain is just trying to assault this once again, trying to play ring around the ropes. He gets it.
Goodness.
I didn't even think he was standing on the point there, but he got it, and Grain takes back an attack round.
All right, Grain doing the exact same thing we just saw in Fortress, where XP3 was able to sort of break the, I don't know, the pattern, I guess, of defensive rounds. XP3 finally got in and got that round, but then Grain just kind of hopped on the goal and hoped for the best. It worked out for him, though. 2 defenders still standing on that one as well. So Gills, he's actually been a little bit rusty himself on the laser. I think his laser is one of the strongest ones, but he does take a point of armor damage already. 2 armor remaining, 3 defenders still standing for spin move.
Okay, so Gills now trying to roll around the side, and he does manage to pick off a defender out in the open. And unfortunately for Gills, no one else is showing himself right away, but he still has a pretty equitable spot. Oh, there was a defender standing still, but he moved just in time.
Yep, if you can shoot the guy in the foot. Oh, man, Gills is going to set himself up for a showdown. 1 more laser or 1 more rocket will end the round. He can also have the option of taking the cap, but doesn't need it. The score is 5-4 now for ESP. If they can successfully defend against poor Billy, they will win the series and move into the finals.
Chat was very outspoken about a round from poor Billy in the first map, Fortress, which was kind of funny to see. It was a lot of, yeah, Billy, WTF, Billy. We'll see if he can redeem himself here, though.
There were a lot of Spook Curl shout-outs as well. Kraken noted that he enjoyed our baseball chatter.
Ah, thank you.
Hey, batter, swing.
No.
Poor Billy's probably going to get rushed down now with only 1 armor remaining and all 3 defenders still standing.
All right, well, he does pick off 1 defender, and we've seen weird things happen like this. He's actually split the defenders and the goal, so now we can fall back to a more defensive spot.
Yep, he knows that the defenders have to come to him. He's actually not going to stick around for too long. Tries to get an open shot on XP3. Doesn't quite connect. Only a couple seconds now before the clock lets the goal become capturable, but now the defenders have moved into a good position. Only one more rocket will end the round. So poor Billy, picks off Godson, but gets knocked in the face by that rocket. ESP wins the series, and that's going to put them into the finals.
That's right, 3-0.